Hi guys, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. Y'all, let's make something fun and practical. Stay tuned. So as y'all know, we've been doing a lot of Christmas card crafting, and what a wonderful way to take a box of Christmas cards and just turn it into so many different things. And today we are going to take our Christmas cards and turn them into something very, very useful and very easy to make. And it is this wonderful little box. It opens at the top like this, and it opens at the bottom like this. So this is what we're going to be making today, and we're going to be using the Christmas cards that I bought from Old Time Pottery that measure 9 1/4 by 3 3/4. So let's get started. We are going to need 2 cards and some glue. That's it. So let me bring in my scoreboard and we'll get started. So I'm going to place my card in my scoreboard on the 9 1/4 inch side, and I am going to score this at 1/2 inch and at 2. And then I'll turn it to the opposite 9 1/4 inch side and do the same thing. Let's score it at 1/2 inch and at 2. Then I am going to take my card, and where we've got the fold, I am going to take that fold line and position it at 2. And then for me, I am going to use my blade and just trim off the excess. So basically what you're doing is you are reducing the back side down to 2 inches. And then once I've got it reduced to 2 inches, I'll come back and make a score at 1/2 inch. And let's do that on this one. So I'm going to place it in on the 9 1/4 inch side, score it at 1/2 inch, and score it at 2. Going to flip it and do the same thing. 1/2 inch and 2. Then I am going to take this, taking my point where it folds, and I'll place my point at 2. Come back with my blade, or if your trimmer has a blade in it, you can trim it like that. And I'm just going to trim this down. And then I will bring in my bone folder and we'll score at 1/2 inch. Then I am very gently going to fold and burnish my scores, just very gently with my fingers. All right, so once we have our scores done and they are folded and burnished, we are going to remove some paper. So on each one of these cards, we are going to have a rectangle piece here in the corner and a small corner piece, and we need to remove that completely. And then we're going to come up on this tab, and we have one score here and then the second score. We're going to go up to the second score mark, pull down to create a tab, and then I'll angle cut in to really create a tab. Then I'm going to come back and simply cut that tab in half, just like that. Then I'll rotate this, and I'm going to do the same thing on this end. So I am going to come back, and I'll cut in, and I'll cut in here. And then I'll cut this tab in half. Just like that. And I'm going to come over and do the same thing to this one. All right, guys, so once we have our 2 pieces cut out like this, before we join them together, we are going to come back on one of the pieces only. And this is what we're going to do. We are going to take the top flap and the bottom flap, and we're going to fold them up and glue them inside. So basically what I'll do before I do that is I am going to remove, we have these little flaps at the top, and I am going to remove the flaps on one section of our box only. So I'll remove those little flaps from the top and from the bottom, and this is what we're left with. So you can see I still have my flaps on this piece, but I have removed them on this piece. So let's go ahead and take our glue, and we're simply going to fold this flap over just like this. And we'll get that stuck down. And now we can come back and we can put our box together. So the way that we're going to do this is I will take this flap here and I am going to place my glue. And then I'll take this piece here and I'm just going to lay it down, and I'm going to move it around in the glue a little bit just to get it stuck. And then I'm going to match it up end to end. And then on this side, we'll turn it over, and we're going to do the same thing. So I'll be putting glue on that, and we'll get it stuck down. So I am going to place my glue on this flap. I'll bring this piece over, and we're going to get this stuck down. Okay, so what we have here is a flat fold box, guys, and it's just great because we can take our box of cards and just go ahead and turn them all into gift boxes. Put them away when you need one, grab them, and use them for gift giving. So now we need to make a few snips. So we're going to come back on this end here, this flap, and we are simply going to notch in because that's going to make it easier to close. So all I'm doing is cutting off really just a little sliver, and that's how much I cut off right there. And I'll do that on the top, and I'll do it on the bottom. And then one of the other things that I'm going to do, because it'll make folding the box in a little easier, these points here, I am going to angle them just a little bit more because it'll help. Or at least I've found that it helps. It might not be something that you need to do, but I always cut off just a little bit more after I put the box together because sometimes it'll be a little difficult to fold if I don't. And now we can take our box, take our lid, and let's see if we can get it folded in. So there's our top. Let's do our bottom. And as you guys can see, we now have a beautiful, beautiful box that we can undo and flat fold. So what I'm going to do with this one, I am going to leave it as a flat fold because I want to make up a whole bunch of these and package them. And I am going to give these as gifts because I think beautiful gift packaging is a gift all by itself. So what I did on this one was I wrapped some cording around it and then put a little Christmas sentiment. And that way, when the box is closed, it's gorgeous and it's ready to go. In the case of this one, leaving it flat fold because then I'll just be able to stack them all in a box. So hopefully this has given you guys some wonderful ideas on how you can use 9 1/4 by 3 3/4 inch cards if you have them. So if you don't have any 9 1/4 by 3 3/4 inch cards, but you want to try to make this project, just play around with some paper before you commit your good cards. Unfortunately, or fortunately, cards come in a variety of sizes, and I'm not able to offer custom measurements on all of the other sizes that I'm not doing in these projects. But hopefully I'm giving you guys enough information and enough direction that if you do have cards that are of an odd size or a different size than my project, you'll be able to tweak it and turn it into something that you need for it to be. So guys, here we have it. Beautiful gift packaging made from greeting cards. So I hope that y'all have liked this project. And if you have, please hit the like button. If you are not a subscriber to my channel, I would love to have you join my online crafting family. You guys have a great day. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.